people know what it is that they want. The call has been for the longest time, well, don't tell us what you don't want, but tell us what it is that you do want so that we know where the country is going. And so do the folks who are, we're saying, bring in new leadership. Is everybody on the same mind, aware of what's going on?
Yes, and in all our rallies before we do, we have a lot of aspirants that have gravitated and are part of the Linda Mwananchi team, and most of them, 80% of them, are young people, fresh blood, coming to this for the first time. Some have historical, background and have interacted politically and so forth. And our principals are always asking us, because you're telling us to go for these seats. Who's going to occupy these other seats? Are you putting yourself up to be elected, and are you organizing yourself politically for you to actually take up these seats? Because when we leave, we're going to leave a vacuum in Senate, in Bunge, and so forth, because we have very many leaders upscaling, going for governor seats, going for senator seats, and so who is going to occupy these other seats? And so these are conversations that we are having with our Linda Mwananchi Aspirants Forum. They're always having meetings at least once in 2 weeks to organize, identify themselves, plan how they're going to support each other. They even have their own separate activities. Maybe some may not have reached in the mainstream media, but they do. When we were having the Tukokadi, campaign for 1 month, our aspirants from the Linda Mwananchi were having theirs. In Westlands, we had Alex Matere. In Dagoretti North, we had Mokaya, and so forth. And we are even getting into spaces where we're having 2 or 3 aspirants going for the same seats. And so our conversations are being had.
So these are within the movement, but they still belong to different political parties.
Yes.
So, for example, we're not saying that ODM has been left by Edwin Sifuna and others. So you can be a member of a political party, but you're still a member of the movement because there is something, that like-mindedness that everybody then is sharing.
Yes. And the beauty about being part of the Linda Mwananchi, this is actually the only movement I feel that accommodates young people on the table. And I know we've had all these comments that women are not part of it, but I attend this meeting with these principles. I sit in some of these meetings to give strategies, matters, communication, and pairing, content creation, because our movement is very well driven on social media. That is our turf. That is our ground. The information we have ensured we have captured, because at the end of the day, there's nothing the team from the government side can actually debate us on. Matters ideologies, they can't win. Matters of what they have delivered, they don't have anything they can show on the table. The only thing that they can organize against us is goons. And at least that we even now have a strategy. 1 goon, 10 people. So we have been able to counter that, neutralize that. And Kisumu has proven that no amount of goons is going to be sent our way that we're not going to deal with. I'm going to commend the police service, because they got to a point in Kisumu where they just observed. They were like, okay, we're not going to interfere, we're not going to support any side. You maneuver your way.
As it should be.
As it should be. Leave us. If they've organized goons, let us just deal with those goons. You don't interfere and don't take a side. Just ensure there is order and there is peace and people are not killing each other. And they did that in Kisumu, and I felt I should have said that, because I saw how much they tried, and they really just ensured that everybody was able to, participate and ensure that.
And Abbie, as this really happens, and you see the degree of anticipation, the kind of hope, the kind of gravity that these young people are coming up with. One thing that I keep asking myself is a so what question.